Hello my friends, my name is Tim Johnson. I want to share a very quick message with you today. Something I learnt very recently, and I learnt it from somebody who's been in sobriety for a long time. I make it a point these days because I was never a very humble person during my addictions. But I try and act with some humility today and remain willing to learn from everybody and everything, basically, every situation. Because we know nothing really, certainly I don't know anywhere near everything and never will. So I'm always ready to learn from somebody, particularly someone with the experiences that this person had. And he shared something with me which has stayed with me and I've been thinking about, and I want to share with you because I think it's really important to your mindset and your long-term approach, particularly when you're in early sobriety, because there can be this very flat feeling, is this it? Is this it for the rest of my life? You feel as though you're going to live in this little bubble bored out of your mind, with no excitement or joy in your life anymore because you've lost your best friend, be it alcohol or drugs, that's been with you probably for many years, is supporting you and propping you up. The thing is, what this person shared with me, because I look back at my own time in addictions, and please subscribe to the channel because I put my life story somewhere on. There's about 430 odd videos on here now. It just means that one or two more people may get help from my experiences that have worked for me or not worked for me, as the case may be. They're all documented on here. But if you look back at that, you'll see that there were stages of my life where I was very successful in every sense, in inverted commas, what people call success today, I suppose. But within the material world, I had everything that I needed. Amazing job, very successful career, lots of money, house, cars, beautiful, and then apart from that, beautiful wife, beautiful children. On the outside, someone looking in would say that person had everything he wants, and yet I was never satisfied, and this is addiction, because as long as I can remember, I had this hole in my soul, if you want to call it that, this feeling, in recovery terms, they call it restless, irritable and discontent. And those feelings were with me constantly. Doesn't matter what I had, which, I suppose all goes to show that joy is not in things, it's certainly not in the material world. We can't go out and grab it, it's within us, and we have to do the work from the inside out. It's an inside job, as they say, and it takes hard work. I was never satisfied. And also my life, if I look back on it, for 35 years, I was either massively high up there somewhere in the clouds or in the massive pit of despair. There was never any in between. It was like either up there or down there. Wanting more. If I was up there, I still wanted more. It didn't matter. If I was down there, I wanted to get out and get back up there again. And that's the way in my life. It was a massive zigzag. There was never any continuity or anything like, it's just a lack of satisfaction. If I had a car, I'd had it for a week, I'd be bored of it and want another one. That sort of attitude, which I look back on now and I can't recognise that person. So the bit of advice I want to share with you, which this person shared with me, because he said, how you feel, what starts the conversation was, how you feeling? I said, okay. He said, well, you're lucky then, aren't you? And he said something which has really resonated with me. He said, it's okay to be okay, just okay. That's a blessing, isn't it? When you think about where you were in addiction. I look at my day, and I'm in contact with my loved ones. I'm healthy, they're healthy, I'm sober. I have a roof over my head. I, spend money on good food. That's my priority. I exercise every day. I have, like I say, I have love in my life with, my family. And that is, that's more than okay, isn't it? But okay is okay. I know that feeling of okay is happiness. That's where it is. That feeling of being at peace, I'm okay, God, I would have given anything for that feeling. I mean, I would have looked back at it in my addiction as being boring, and I want more than this, and is this it basically? Is this what my life is? But God Almighty, just to have that stability, to wake up in the morning and not be clutching and shaking and withdrawing and desperately needing a drink or a drug, not worrying about money for it, and all of those things, beg, stealing and borrowing, knowing that I can be honest with myself and honest with other people, knowing that I have a fellowship behind me which supports me and holds me up. And I see the beauty around me and the simple things now. Being okay means that, you might look at it, I sit on the balcony, watch a sunset, watch a sunrise, and there's something greater than you. Without getting into all the spiritual side, but being okay is okay. And that's the message I want to share, really. Because I think some people, when they get first newly sober, they feel this flat feeling. It drives them back into addiction again sometimes, because they don't realise that feeling okay is a blessing, and it's okay to be okay. So I hope that's been of some use. And if you are in early sobriety, it's just small steps, and I hate to highlight, one day at a time is a fact, 1 second at a time sometimes. Although if you have any bad feelings, you're having a bad day, it's transient, it will pass. And there's a truth in that. Because you'll have great times and they'll pass, and you'll have bad times and they'll pass. Nothing lasts forever. Everything is transient and it will get better. Set yourself tiny goals to start with. Mine were just having a shower and making the bed, tiny goals, a 10-minute walk in the fresh air. And it gets stronger and stronger, and each day you build on that. And do a gratitude list every single day, because it's a blessing to be alive, and it's okay to be okay. Much love to you all. Carpe Diem. Seize the day today. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.